We are saying early childhood development after COVID increased sharply during COVID, and the percentage of children aged 5 who did not attend educational institutions have almost declined to pre-COVID levels. We will remember that after COVID, everyone was going back to work. And now, with most companies having adapted to working from home, it has created other issues in relation to declines. Educational attainment, the percentage of individuals without any education has decreased from 11.4% in 2002 straight to 2.6%. So we can see no education continues to decline as those with matric increase. Grants and social income, the percentage of individuals who benefited from social grants increased from 12.8% in 2003 straight to 39.5% in 2025. Food security, almost 1 in quarter, that is 22% of households, considered their access to food as inadequate or severely inadequate. And of course, the majority of them were in the Northern Cape at 43%, while the least were in Limpopo at 6.1%. Housing, almost 12.1% of households still lived in informal dwellings, whereas more than 4/5, that is 84.2% of households lived in formal dwelling. And of course, traditional dwellings still were prevalent in the Eastern Cape at 16.2%, followed by KwaZulu-Natal 8.7%. Basic household services, approximately 9 out of 10, 90.6% of households in South Africa were connected to mains electricity. And of course, we can see that basic household services, 76.3%, that is 3/4 of households, had access to piped water in a dwelling or in the yard. Basic household services, again, we can say 2/3 of South Africans' households had access to flush toilets. The least of them were in Mpumalanga and Limpopo. The highest were in the Western Cape. Basic household services, refuse was removed from 84.9% of households in urban areas. Now, having said so, we are bringing another matter here. In 1996, South Africa conducted its first census in democratic order. This year, 2026, marks 30 years since we first conducted our census in democratic order. We have conducted 4 censuses since 1996, 2001, 2011, and 2022. And of course, we are making the year 2026 as a year where we will mark these 30 years. We know that it coincides with the coming of our new constitution in 1996. And of course, as we do so, we can indicate that in 1996, there were 40.6 million people, 44.8 million people in 2001, 51.8 million people in 2011, 62 million in 2022. Having said so, we are saying that the month of May, as we present yourselves the General Household Survey, marks the beginning of our celebrations for such 30 years. And we will not hesitate to move out to other parts of the country beating this drum, because a census is like a drum beating forever.